Luke?
How did your first gig go?
First day.
Good, yeah?
Excellent.
Trying to think what to say. I don't really know what to say in this situation. I do remember very clearly that day going to Spitak. I was doing a concert that night. I had to get up at the crack of dawn. It was about a 3-4 hour drive, wasn't it, John? Something like that. And we were taken around, and I got back to the gig about half an hour before we were going on stage, and the guy's saying, "What's it like?" And I went, but. And I just burst into tears in the dressing room. It was just impossible to explain the experiences. The things I saw will, as Sammy said, stay with me for the rest of my life. One of the things that did happen, the mayor of Spitak, they somehow found this, as they always do, as I found out throughout the whole of the Soviet Union, no matter what's going on, they'll somewhere find a table and bend the table with food and wine to look after you and entertain you and talk. And apart from all the downside of things, the mayor said the one thing that's really bothering him now is that since the earthquake, at all the weddings that have taken place, there's been no music. And he doesn't think that young kids should start their lives with weddings without any music. And so the general conversation was that maybe the music should start again in Armenia whenever the people are ready.
What I'd now like to do is, with Mr. Ivanov, is actually present the gold albums to the artists and the people involved. We'll do this as quickly as possible, but we really would like to take this public opportunity of thanking everybody. So thank you very much. 3 days before we started recording Smoke on the Water, we got a panicked phone call from the Queen office. Brian May, who was going to be doing all the rhythm guitar, was skateboarding in Los Angeles, and he fell off and broke his arm. So that was 3 days beforehand, and when you consider the kind of the logistical efforts that we'd gone to actually get the thing happening, there were no guitarists that we could find. And at the very last minute, Jeff Beecham, who was a very, very talented session guitarist, came along and saved the day. And literally, he was shopping in the afternoon. He rang in just to see if his manager had anything for him. And he said, "Yes, come down, there's a supergroup taking part and they want you as their guitarist." And he actually went on to do some additional lead guitar work on the 12-inch version of Smoke on the Water.
You're going to see one hand and a foot to play that riff anyway.
Yeah, that's it. He did some lead guitar work later on anyhow, so he excelled himself there. And you're going to see the 12-inch video later on, actually. So Jeff Beecham, if we can give you this.
Nice one, Jeff.
Thanks, Ian.
The next guy is, I was always a big fan of Tony Iommi, but when I actually saw him in action on Smoke on the Water, he took the track up a totally new gear, and amazing. And I think with the new lineup of Black Sabbath, it's nice to see him back where he belongs, at the very top.
Yeah.
And Tony Iommi, please. He's a sometime singer in the rock field, and but he's been incredibly helpful to us. So I'd like to thank Ian Gillan. The next guy was the co-producer of Smoke on the Water. Probably best known, despite all the amazing success he's had with the groups Yes and Asia. Best known still, I would probably think for most of you, as one half of Video Killed the Radio Star, despite the amazing success he's had since then. But he put in an incredible amount of work in with Gary Langan on producing Smoke on the Water. And I'd like to present this disc to Jeff Downs as a token of honor. There's one other guy, actually, I really want, this is the final one on my side. There's one manager who, and all the managers, both here and in America, have given us an incredible amount of support and time in making sure the project happens, liaising with other managers. And there's one other guy I pester just as much as Ian Gillan, and that is Phil Banfield. And basically, without Phil and his encouragement and support, again, he's one of those people who's totally indispensable to the project. And I'd like Phil Banfield to come up and get his call out.
And at last, I have the honor and the privilege to present this golden disc to Jon Dee.
Oh, I think it's great, tremendous honour to be here, and you know, really pleased that something's being done, you know, to help, to have paid for the, you know, to help towards money towards for Russia. The Armenian thing is, I think it's brilliant.
Could you say a few words about your visit to Armenia, actually, to the Soviet Union?
Well, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed going there. I think it's a great opening there for bands to be able to go in and play it, and for them to be able to see bands from England and America and whatnot. And I think more people should go. The kids out there want to see it. They really enjoy the music. And let's open it up and all get in there and play to them. The album back, that's what it is. Who's gone, where's my album?
I've just come back from 6 weeks in the Soviet Union, and I've been in Russia and Georgia and Armenia and Dagestan, and basically in the Trans-Caucasus countries. And my experiences in Armenia were coincidental because it wasn't planned to be part of this project. But I've met and love Armenians, and I know, I've witnessed for myself what has happened. This presentation, this gold disc, is just a symbol. We're lucky guys because we can sing and play, and we were asked to get involved in this project. This is not anything other than to give encouragement to the record companies in 65 other countries that are going to release this record, and say, look, you can raise a lot of money, you can do the business here. And I think we ought to make a special mention to the organizer of all of this, who is Jon Dee, who, without his enthusiasm and encouragement, none of this would have happened. He has become a pain in the neck to everyone, but we love him dearly, and without him this wouldn't have happened.